A neonatal nurse has been found guilty of murdering 7 babies and attempting to kill 6 more, making her the worst child serial killer in modern British history and raising urgent questions over whether her crimes could have been stopped. Lucy Letby, 33, was convicted of the persistent, calculated, and cold-blooded murder of 5 premature boys and 2 newborn girls on the unit where she worked at the Countess of Chester Hospital in northwest England. Dr. Stephen Breary, who was the first to alert executives to Letby's connection to unusual deaths and collapses, said he felt bosses had been neglectful by failing to contact the police earlier. Letby was in her mid-20s when she preyed on highly vulnerable babies between June 2015 and June 2016, often attacking them just moments after their parents or nurses had left their side. Police were finally contacted in 2017, and she was arrested in 2018. Her victims included 2 identical triplet brothers, killed within 24 hours of each other, a newborn weighing less than 1 kilogram, 2 pounds, who was fatally injected with air, and a girl born 10 weeks premature, who was murdered on the 4th attempt. Bereaved parents gasped and wept in the public gallery as the verdicts were delivered over several dramatic days at Manchester Crown Court, after one of the longest-running murder trials in recent times. Outside court, parents of the victims said justice had been served, but that no conviction would take away from the extreme hurt, anger, and distress that we have all had to experience. Letby is expected to become only the 3rd woman alive in the UK to be handed a whole life term, meaning she will never be released from prison. Police believe Letby may have harmed more babies during her 6-year career as a children's nurse and have launched a helpline for parents to call to report concerns. Detectives have asked specialists to examine the records of more than 4,000 infants born at Liverpool Women's Hospital and the Countess of Chester, the 2 hospitals where Letby worked between 2010 and 2016. One mother said on Friday night that she believed Letby attacked her newborn son a day after she made a complaint about an inappropriate comment by the nurse. Pascal Jones, a senior prosecutor at the Crown Prosecution Service, said Letby's attacks were a complete betrayal of the trust placed in her, and that she had perverted her learning and weaponized her craft to inflict harm, grief, and death. Letby refused to return to court to hear the later verdicts, but at an earlier verdict hearing had bowed her head and sobbed while her mother, Susan, cried loudly and said, "You cannot be serious, this cannot be right." The mother of twin boys, who walked in on Letby attacking one of her sons, bent over and sobbed as the nurse was found guilty of murdering one of her 6-day-old babies and attempting to kill his brother the following day. The verdicts were delivered over several days, but can only now be reported following the end of jury deliberations lasting more than 110 hours across more than 4 weeks. Another baby was 24 hours old when Letby injected him with air, killing him just 90 minutes after she had started her shift. She tried to kill his twin sister the next day. None of the victims or their families can be named for legal reasons. In total, Letby was found guilty of 7 counts of murder and 7 counts of attempted murder. The attempted murders relate to 6 babies, as multiple counts apply to some of the infants. She was found not guilty of 2 counts of attempted murder. The jury was unable to reach verdicts on 6 further counts of attempted murder, relating to 5 babies. The CPS is considering whether to seek a retrial on those charges. Janet Moore of Cheshire Police said on the relatives' behalf, "Some families did not receive the verdict that they expected, and therefore it is a bittersweet result. We are heartbroken, devastated, angry, and feel numb. We may never truly know why this happened."